Our country itself is sick, that it's lost its sense of direction.
It's been more than 45 years since his death, but questions about the king of rock and roll's final moments persist. Even after the release of his biopic in 2022, many people are still curious about how Elvis died. If you don't know who Elvis Presley was, in this video we're going to be talking about him and how Elvis Presley died. Elvis Presley is regarded as one of the 20th century's most successful cultural icons. He was a highly successful American singer and actor who was credited with popularizing rock and roll music in the United States. He was born on January 8, 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi, United States, and had a passion for music since he was a teenager. He lived a simple life with his family before becoming famous. He began his music career only after his family relocated to Memphis. He began recording music after graduating from high school in 1953. Elvis was influenced by pop and country music, and he recognized many African-American singers such as Arthur Crudup. His musical influences were gospel songs he heard at church and black R&B he heard on Beale Street as a teenager. He is known for fusing genres such as gospel, rock and roll, country, and blues. His performance style was a one-of-a-kind blend of charismatic energy and erotic sensuality. His music encompassed a wide range of genres, propelling him to enormous success. During the 1950s, he became a worldwide sensation. He created music that challenged racial and social barriers of the time, and he launched a new era of pop culture. When did Elvis die? Elvis Aaron Presley died on August 16, 1977, in his Graceland mansion in Memphis, Tennessee. Ginger Alden, his then fiancée, discovered him unconscious in their master bathroom. Elvis was rushed by ambulance to Baptist Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 3:30 p.m. after unsuccessful resuscitation attempts. So, how did Elvis Presley die? The death of Elvis Presley shocked the world. Everyone mourned his death. His death, however, caused a great deal of confusion because everyone was curious about how he died. Elvis Presley's death remains controversial and mysterious to this day. Here are some facts about Elvis Presley's death. Elvis was at his residence in Graceland on August 15, 1977, and spent the day cheerfully with his daughter Lisa and fiancée Ginger. Ginger and Elvis went to see his dentist about 10:30 p.m. the same day because he was experiencing tooth pain. Elvis had a personal doctor, dentist, and nurse counselor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Both of them returned to Graceland on August 16, 1977, and the king waved to his fans. The same night, around 2 a.m., he called his doctor to request pain relievers, and when he was told to do so, he took them. The same night, he invited his cousin Billy and his wife Jo to his house to play racquetball. The request was not unusual because they were used to paying him late visits. They went to Elvis's house and played racquetball for a while. Elvis began playing gospel songs and the ballad Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain around 4:30 a.m. Elvis went to his bedroom around 5 a.m. and took prescription drugs from Dr. Nick. These drugs were prescribed to the king in order for him to sleep better. He couldn't sleep despite taking the drugs, so he took a second package of pills. Dr. Ricky, who was on duty that day, handed him these pills. Elvis was desperate to bring more medications because he needed to sleep for a concert he had to attend. He dialed his aunt's number and asked her to contact Dr. Nick. The doctor was not available, but there was a nurse who was hesitant to give out more pills. She did, however, give his aunt a smaller package of pills that help with insomnia. Lisa, his daughter, was sound asleep in the room next door. Elvis went to the bathroom around 9:30 a.m. after taking 3 packages of pills and painkillers. Because he suffered from constipation, Ginger asked him not to fall asleep in the toilet. Elvis's final words were, "I won't." Ginger awoke in bed after a few hours to discover that Elvis Presley was not present. It didn't seem strange at first, but when she couldn't find him, she went in search of him. On August 16, 1977, his fiancée, Ginger Alden, discovered his body on the floor of his bedroom's bathroom. Ginger immediately awakened the person in charge of the mansion's afternoon duties. Lisa Marie rushed over to see what was causing the uproar. An ambulance was dispatched and emergency personnel arrived. Elvis was taken by ambulance to the Baptist Hotel, where he died around 3:30 p.m. Cause of Elvis Presley's death. Elvis Presley died as a result of cardiac arrhythmia. It was later discovered that the cardiac arrest was caused by heavy drug use. According to his autopsy report, he had taken numerous prescription drugs, including antidepressants, which caused his heart to stop. Presley was prescribed a variety of medications, including antidepressants, sedatives, and barbiturates. And after Elvis's death, his doctor, George Nichopoulos, aka Dr. Nick, was investigated for the high drug doses he prescribed to the king. He told the investigators that he began treating Elvis in 1967 and administered over 19,000 pills to him. Dr. Nick's medical license was suspended for 3 months by the state of Tennessee in 1980. Dr. Nick gave testimony that he gave Elvis these many medications because Elvis used to intimidate him that if he didn't, he'd get them from a different person. The doctor was charged with 11 felony counts of prescribing drugs in such high doses in 1981. The Tennessee Board of Medical Examiners permanently suspended him in 1995. What is the controversy around Elvis's death? Today, it is widely assumed that Elvis died as a result of a cardiac arrest caused by an overdose of drugs prescribed by Dr. Nichopoulos. However, his family wanted to keep the details of his life private at the time of his death. At the request of Elvis's family, a private autopsy was performed to determine the cause of his death. Elvis's official death certificate was released by Tennessee Chief Medical Examiner Jerry Francisco, who stated that he died of a coronary issue and that drugs were not a factor in his death. Many pathologists involved in the autopsy criticized Jerry Francisco's statement, arguing that the cause of death should have been attributed to cardiac arrest caused by a toxic combination of medications. It appeared that the family was attempting to conceal the fact that their son was taking a high dose of medication. Elvis's death remains a mystery because his autopsy was kept secret for 50 years by his family. It will remain private until 2027, though some telling information was revealed at the time, such as the discovery of drugs such as Dilaudid, Percodan, Demerol, codeine, and Quaaludes in the singer's blood when he died. This was shocking because despite Elvis's degrading appearance, his family had largely kept his substance abuse hidden. Many people, including doctors, expressed concern that the announcement of his cause of death was rushed, overly accommodating to his loved ones, and incomplete. But whatever the case may be, he will be remembered by all for his contribution to the world of music. He was, is, and will always be known as the king of rock and roll. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss out on our next videos. Until the next video, take care.